Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Forex market outlook. We're going to have a look at some markets of interest, and pretty much the US dollar continues to remain weak. We've also got the Australian dollar, which is seeing a little bit of weakness at the moment, and basically just a lot of majors coming into some key levels once again as the market continues to push to the upside. So starting here with Euro US dollar, we can see the trend is very clearly to the upside. If I go to the daily time frame, we can see that trend in a lot more detail recently, breaking out of this 1.2 level, 1.21, and heading higher. Now price is starting to create a little bit of a reversal signal. So what we might end up doing this week is maybe even having a slight pullback down into some key zones. We do have this sort of area here where price could pull back in for a continuation. We do have the market in overbought conditions over here. Okay, so typically when we do see these markets coming into these oversold and overbought conditions, we do technically or often see some small or large reversals of price, and there could be a potential here for the price to drop a little bit lower back into this 1.2 area for then a continuation of the trend. Now we know dollar is typically weaker through December until the start of January, so I'm not looking to necessarily continue to buy or looking to buy dollar immediately. If we do get some kind of pullback situation in here, then this is going to be the buy zone where I expect the trend to continue from. Or if the dollar weakness is just going to continue, we may see the market rally straight up into this 122 level. Then it's how the market reacts at 122. It's just at the moment, there could be a retracement phase about to set up here of the overall trend at the moment through there. One way we can check if that is happening is by going down to that 4-hour time frame. And like we said last week, identify the 4-hour trend. And if you can stay on the side of the 4-hour trend, you'll be doing really well. So to me, the 4-hour trend looks a little bit like this at the moment. Okay, so the previous high and low that I can clearly see is this high around about 1.2090 and this low around about 1.2040. Now, if price was to come back into this high, I would expect a rally up from this area, maybe even a triple top situation going on around about 121.60. If we were to then change cycle there, then that would give us a signal that price would be in that retracement phase. Okay, so that's one sign that we can look for a retracement. Second, if we do take out these lows, if price just does fall and we take out these lows here, then obviously that would be a change in cycle as well. But the likelihood of that happening is very low compared to the continuation of the 4-hour trend from previous structure highs, then a break of that trend and a continuation down at that point. So we may see a little bit of a reversal coming in here on Euro US dollar. We're just going to keep an eye on that 4-hour trend first. Pound is showing us a little bit of sign that we could see a little bit of reversal. We retested 1.35 this week. Huge week on the weekly time frame. Might see a little bit of a rejection up at this point, but really just going to see how price reacts. If we break out of the highs around about 135.12 and we close above those, then pound could be on its way for a good while, perhaps back up into sort of the 142s. If we reject, we could see price back down at these lows through here. So keeping an eye on pound as well. If the euro dollar price is looking like it may retrace, we may get a retracement here as well. We're seeing a lot of failed higher highs here where price isn't really closing above the previous structure highs. We're just kind of getting wicks above them at the moment, so we may get some kind of reversal set up here as well. Aussie pretty much the same. It's starting to slow down here on the weekly time frame. Daily time frames, we saw a nice engulfing candle that didn't really play through in the end, but the 4-hour time weekly is still currently at this zone. We get that slight close above the previous structure highs, but we need to see that 2 consecutive higher highs. If we get those 2 consecutive higher highs, then we can look for that continuation. But Aussie on the heat map was one of the weaker currencies going into this week. And I know we looked at EURUSD and the potential for Aussie Swiss. Could be on the cards as well, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. But Aussie could be running out of steam, that trend, and we identified that earlier in last week. And if we do see any kind of breakouts or any kind of changes in trend at the moment, the daily lows sit around about 0.7332. If price breaks those, then we may see a change in the trend here, but not necessarily looking for that exchange on Aussie US dollar. We may need to go to another Aussie pair. So the Swiss franc was quite strong last week according to strength and weakness, and we can see here we have Aussie Swiss with 2 clear levels ranging between them at the moment. Nice weekly bearish lower low lower close candlestick. Going into the daily time frame, we're seeing a little bit of bearishness out of this market. Again, going into the 4 hour, if we see the 4 hour trend continue, which would be a break of all these lows in here with the market taking that out, we could see some further downside to Aussie Swiss. So I'm gonna leave it there for now for the Forex market outlook, but keeping an eye on our major currencies once again. Euro could be the one to watch with a potential pullback into the 1.2 level. Hope you enjoyed the video update, and I'll speak to you soon.